Hi everyone, it's Teacher Sam, aka Tired Mama, and I just want to talk to you today about the basic props every single VIpkid teacher needs. You can equip your entire classroom on the cheap. You don't have to spend a ton of money. There are some basics that you need to have covered though. A background. Mine isn't very fancy. It doesn't have to be. I like having the map because I do run into quite a few students who have been to America and they'll say, oh, well, I've been to California. I can say, well, that's great. I live all the way over here. We can look at New York City. Sometimes I'll pull my camera over here and we'll look at the map a little bit more. Map is $1 at the Dollar Tree. All of this behind me, my paper, wrapping paper from the Dollar Tree. Okay? These letters are super important and I'll get to them in a moment. Everything that you need can be contained in a small area. You need a secondary reward system. Secondary rewards are, so we give stars, right? But if a student does a great job, I use this little gumball machine and I got this at Target for $1. So, and these are just magnets. It's like, you get candy! Yay! You got all the candy! This is obviously for younger students. And I don't use this every single time. But there are some students who need that little bit of extra encouragement. And there are some students who respond really well to rewards. And it just makes life easier. Another super duper essential that you need is a dry erase board. I do not recommend the ones at the Dollar Tree. Walmart has these that have 4 magnets on the back for $1.97. And it is such the better investment. Also, the Expo markers. My black marker is out, so you're stuck with green. But there's a lot of times, and I'll say this, that a student is struggling with a word. Lead. Well, they want to say egg. So you can take and you can write out the difference. Okay? You can draw it out. If they're struggling with a word like, okay, what's a word we struggle with? Let's go with an easy one. Apple. Apple. So you put it on your board and you practice it a few times. Apple. Apple. And then go on with your lesson. But when you hit another point, bring it back up. Apple. This will reinforce what they've already learned. We do this in our American classrooms, but it's an important thing that we can do in our VIpkid classrooms just as well. It helps trigger their memory to make sure that they didn't just repeat after you, they actually learned the word. Okay, so I keep this super close. Animals, stuffed animals. One of the hardest things that we do is deal with the pre-VIpkid trials. Many times we will be the first ever American that students will see. And they're confused. They don't understand why you don't look just like them. So you can use little animals to kind of perk them up, to get them interested. Okay? You always want to have a headband, something fun. I use this. I also have a big pair of yellow sunglasses that for some reason I can't find at the moment. It's something else to intrigue them, to get them interested. Okay? You're dealing with kids. It's important that you have a lot of fun with it. Right? Moving right along. This is probably the most important thing. Okay? These letter cutouts. There's many different ways that you can do this. You can cut them out yourself, but I'm going to tell you, you can buy a whole pack of these and you get 2 or 3 of each letter from the Dollar Tree in tons of different colors. If you have extra time and you're with a lower level class, then you can take your letters and you're like, what letter is this? What letter is this? just to reinforce what you're already teaching them. It eats up that time that you may have left over, and it also, you can play a game with it and make it fun for the student. Something I started doing about a year ago is bonus cards. So these cards are at the Dollar Tree, and they're just cards like this, okay? So if we are doing, this is a good one. There's a lesson where it's N, you're learning EN words. Well, then I'll have this card that I pull up and we'll go N, cake. And they'll go, no cake. Okay? Here's another one, week, month, year. Okay? I have a student, specifically a little boy, who is 5 years old, and he is in level 6. He is super, super articulate with his English. He knows what he's saying. It's a matter of being able to go in and just kind of correct a few pronunciation errors. So what I do, like this. Sun, bun, run, bun. And have him go through that. And it helps. You'll have students sometimes that finish up all 30 or 35 slides in 12 minutes, and you're like, what do I do for 12 more minutes? These cards are great, and they're $1 a pack. You get like 20 I think in a pack. I have a ton of these that I have done now to go with different units, and then with some of my students we will just pick one up and go, okay, what is this word? Ben. Good. Can you use Ben in a sentence? It goes well, the students like it, and I'll have kids who request it. Last thing that I recommend for everyone to have is some type of food toy. We do a lot of units on food, a lot of units. This is a reward that I have that is on pizza, and I have found that a lot of kids like pizza, even in China. So you can say, oh, you get pizza! Or, do you want pizza? Okay, and then I have cookies. And kids love that stuff. I mean, they love it. Okay, and I lied earlier because I do have one more thing. I recommend a cheap clock. Because in the units about time, the unit and the lessons go very quickly. And sometimes you need to extend that material. If you have a cheap clock that you can change very quickly and have them give you the time, it's wonderful exercise and practice. I hope that this benefits you. I hope that this helps you to equip your classroom to bring in its highest potential value of customers, and that your customers enjoy it. If your customers enjoy your customers, if your students enjoy your classroom, they'll come back. Okay? I hope you have a blessed day, and welcome to VIpKid.